Flip the Venue is brought to you by Casa Pinta, Vortex, Palazzo Parisio, Scavolini Malta in Cedar Valley Road, Jean's Meat for Sarah and Becky's makeup in the studio, Kurt McAuliffe at Blow Hairdressing for Sarah and Becky's studio hair, Vortex for the studio clothing of Becky and Sarah.
Welcome to another episode of Flip the Venue. Today we are at the beautiful Villa Arrigo Gardens in Nashar. It is a stunning property, and what I always say about this property is they are super equipped for weddings. They have everything, all the linen, all the different types of tables, everything. So I love working here because I go, Connie, I'm sure you're going to see me speak to Connie all the time today. Connie, can I have a tablecloth here? Can I have a tablecloth here? So, welcome to Villa Arrigo, beautiful gardens, has air conditioning inside, big glass gazebo. Today's couple is a local Maltese couple. Lovely couple, Roberta and Michael, and we are so proud to be filming this because they have a lot of floral, they're young, they have a lot of little details which are becoming fashionable again, big photos of the couple, you will see. A lot of things gonna happen today. Setup, I would like to have everything done by around noon or 1. It is early morning, so you know we need to get cracking. Why? Because then we have the floral and the carpet set up at the church. Then ideally we get a quick 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, 30 minutes to go home, wash, change and start the wedding of today. So follow us, and I hope you like today's episode. Oh, better put my hair up to start working. There we go. See you soon.
And so it was that at the beautiful Villa Arrigo, the preparations began to celebrate Roberta and Michael's big day. First to move in were the flowers and the columns. As you can see, today's setup requires rather generous amounts of both.
You've got floral all over the structure,
Yeah,
hanging
the flowers coming down from the ceiling, of the
ceiling.
structure, and then we
And
have
how? You're
two
going to do
arrangements.
chicken wire or something?
No, we're using the same wood
Ah,
of the gazebo.
okay.
And then we have flowers on the columns. as
And
well.
you have columns here,
Columns here as
you
well.
have columns there, you have
Table.
outside, now we'll discuss it.
And as yet more of the structure is moved in, it's time for Sarah to touch base with Connie, who knows all there is to know about Villa Arrigo.
All the sofa furniture has to go there. The furniture up there. Over here we have inside, we have reserved tables, the smaller ones.
You have
Four.
1, 2, 3,
Four.
not here.
The other one, exactly. These sofas have to move to here.
Okay.
Mela, Ara. This one, the one with the back, has to be by this door. So that I have more space for the bar, because we have 2 bars today. In Killa, it's going to be too much. And then so that they are uniform, we do it here as well. You have to leave over here only the 3 stands with the 3 pots. The rest goes, even the wood. All that goes.
And before they go to
Yes, Haleen, I have more space, Connie, to start the first table here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try not to, I might do them like this today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Better, because we need that entrance.
Yes.
All right, Mela, start everything, because you have a, Mamadou, sorry, you have a lot of work.
So I start from the umbrella stuff.
But I know you're strong. How is the family, Mamadou? Good?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good. They want this open, right? This is what Damien suggested.
And I put it over there.
Maybe we can do something here. So the cigar box is a little bit elevated. Eva, we have the cigar box, right? And the curtain.
No problem.
So if we can do something nice.
I do a box and I cover it.
But
Both material.
yes, yes. And we elevate it so people see it. Because if it's in there, they're not going to see it. So Roberta and Michael are a very young couple, and it's nice to deal with a young couple. And with young couples then come the Instagram, the lovely moments, the new trends. In fact, one thing I loved is these huge pictures that they blew up of themselves in a pre-wedding. And as soon as people walked in, it was like walking through memory lane. She had a stunning welcome sign, really nice. You know, all these little details, the cigars, the cigar setup, the lanterns, the olive oil. Her father grows olive trees and produces olive oil. So it was such a nice family touch to give people the olive oil. And she came to the office and gave us one each. I'm so happy, it's such a good olive oil. So these little things make it so original and make it personalized. We have an olive oil guest book table.
This book table, on the ground.
Yes, no, that is for the photo, the guest book. Yes, but
Yes.
we
Yeah,
have
guest book.
for the favors, for the souvenirs. She has a setup of olive oil. Here, we're having photos.
All right.
That white table needs to be here,
Alright.
ready for the end to pull it out.
Okay.
But in the beginning, we hide it.
All right.
So in the beginning, we hide it here. Okay? I believe we have carpet from Casa Pinta all the way
So I remove
till the thing. All right? I'm not sure if we need this, but slowly, because she has a lot of things.
Alright.
Because we remove them.
No
I will come and find you, Connie, as always.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much. You have a lot to do, and so do we.
Okay.
This one you can remove, because I have an arrangement. Connie.
No, that goes up there.
Okay,
I
because
just
I
moved
have an
it.
arrangement,
Yes.
and this is guest book.
That's guest book.
Yes.
And you don't want the easel next to it, like
No, because I think she's got her own. Let me
no
see.
problem. Okay.
Let me see. I will ask you if I need an easel. Bella, that is Connie from Villa Arrigo, as always very efficient. They already have a skeleton ready of what we need, because there was a plan and a map and a pre-wedding meeting. Now we need to start actioning everything. I need to find Casa Pinta. Let me see what is happening. Stephen, good morning. I've been here. I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you. Yeah. Mela, the piano is moving. All right, the stage is in the middle. Perfect. Issa, when we were here, there is a structure for fairy light. The problem is, and I discussed this with Damien, that the structure had to be Either before the chandeliers or after, مش halfway. اتفهم? So where is the structure? جاية. I believe the dance floor is 6 by 6, Stephen.
6 by 6?
Ah.
Yeah, 6 by 3.
Oh, so the structure has
6 by 3.
by 3, بالforce, because it doesn't fit.
كيف تهدى 6 by 6?
Sorry, 6 by 3. I just woke up. Let me tell you what's happening. The dance floor is gonna be here. And on top we have a fairy light structure. So we have to make sure the fairy light structure is as big as the dance floor, which will make sure it is. In the meantime, Casa Pinta set up a nice structure outside. That is not just for aesthetics, for buzz of it. It is because we're gonna have a cocktail bar and they will die in the sun. We need to give them shade. So instead of doing a usual open umbrella, which is common, we did a nice structure to match the inside. Now, very important point. Why do we have a cover on the stage when we are inside today? The reason why is because we have a lot of floral and we want to hang floral from the stage on the side. So how can we do that if there is nothing to hold on to? So we're covering the stage although we're inside, not for sunshine protection or dew protection, but to create a floral effect with the structure. Wait and see.
Flip the Venue is brought to you by Casa Pinta, Vortex, Palazzo Parisio, Scavolini Malta in Cedar Valley Road, Jean Zamit for Sarah and Becky's makeup in the studio, Kurt McAuliffe at Blow Hairdressing for Sarah and Becky's studio hair, Vortex for the studio clothing of Becky and Sarah. Over at today's venue, the floral element is about to be set up. However, this must be coordinated with our structure. Time for another on-site meeting.
Imma he told me that this one, the wood doesn't fit. Can you work without one? No, where did speakers are?
We are good. No
Mela,
problem.
you need to do as many as possible. Obviously, where there's the speaker, it doesn't fit. You
Dax,
can't.
kellek il-pis magħhom bjorn. Għax huma jċarqu jkunu.
Just greenery bit.
Ħareġ, m'għandix pis.
And some flowers.
So you can work like that. As he cannot anchor them. They're usually just
No
placed.
need, no need, no need.
So they are the lines, like outside.
Yeah, I know, I know.
It's enough.
Ġiri għamillek waħda ma' kull waħda.
1, 2, 3,
Fil-nofs
4,
le,
5,
hemmhekk
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ħatamel. għax
Ħaj kellek tejn iqsa. Dik u dik.
1 and 2. Instead of 12, 10 you're doing. Okay. Issa, this is Stephen my question because there should be the fairy light structure here. Should the dance floor be done first or the structure?
Dance floor l-ewwel, dance floor tagħmilha 6 meters imma id-dance floor ħad iġi. Min tar?
From the column? Exactly, till here because the 3 meters are right here.
Ma għandek iktar, jekk għad tibdija minn hawnhekk. Għandek 1, 2, 3, 4. Għandek 4 meters good.
No, but I will start it a bit here. I will leave a bit and then I have 1, 2, 3, like that. Imma leave half a meter from the stage. Okay? How are you working, Bjorn? What is first? Outside?
We're doing outside, so then put everything in because of the heat.
Okay.
Then we'll start the gazebo. With
But when you have everything ready outside, let us know.
Yes, yes. Then the gazebo, then the cake, and the rest is already.
All right, perfect. Idly, Connie, what do you need? Connie, perfect. Yes, no, it's perfect, it's perfect.
Okay.
Did you check what we have there? I'm going to talk. I think the photo booth.
Not sweet cake.
No, the photo booth.
Because I knew there was no food there.
Yes, the photo booth. Now I'll check my notes. Okay, okay.
No problem. But she has space enough, just the same for
Check on your plan if it says, if it reads photo booth. But I think it reads photo booth.
That's piano and this is like that's piano.
Photo booth. This is the photo booth. Can you show me the table you're gonna give him and the cigar thing?
That's why I told you the oak table you don't want to use at all.
Because it's very big. It's gonna take up the whole space.
Well, I can give you one of the small square ones.
Can I see?
Yes.
Connie is fast. She runs, not walks. Perfect. Ilallo. This is a card table, no?
Yes.
Perfect.
Set up.
Let me see.
It opens like this and it stays like this. And you
Perfect.
have this.
So I want it closed, and
Yes.
if he comes and tells me I need more space, we open it. But closed, it's better. It fits better.
No problem.
It likes perfect, Connie. Thank you.
The cigar cover. Shall I leave it where it is, or you want me to put it sideways again?
No, we have to do sideways.
Sideways.
Because first we need to see the piano, Connie.
Okay.
As soon as you put the piano, we'll set everything else, yeah?
Mamadou, can you move that in the corner, please? Wait, I'll help you a bit.
The piano, here it is. They're moving the piano. So the piano is going to be, Connie, it's going to be open on display and open, not only the cover, up. Damien suggested from your end to have it open. Mela, that I think the cigar table should be here, next to the piano. And then here we leave it for the photo booth. That table can be there. Cigar bureau. We put close here, eh? Stenna, Connie. Ek, namlu hek. No, not straight. Amlu naqrek. Fint? So that's cigar photo booth and the table for the photo booth. And if he needs it bigger, it doesn't look bad. Perfect. Okay, very good. Thank you, Connie, thank you. Proset. I think it will look neater if we have the whole dance floor with fairy lights. We do it.
Di l-bicċa l-bajda. Mill-infasa l-infa.
Jon kella minna, yes.
Minn pilastru għal.
Min pilastru sa pilastru. And make it as dense as possible. Ħalli it will have a really nice effect. Xieġifiri. Mela, mami, ma fejt il-katorbot. The other option. That. So, we have no choice. Għawandi ħafna fjuri.
Ma taħbi. Le, ġifi. Jek namlu ħadin ta' fuq. Ġeja baxxa, ta' fuq. Inti xi ħadd tagħmel fih patattija. Biex ma tidherx il-ħadidek. Ħadida, baj il-barda ta' għax ibħal nżgolaw il-tela jisħajdu ta' baxxa.
No, too short. Up, on top, on top.
When it comes to attention to detail, our Sarah is absolutely uncompromising in her effort to ensure that every little thing is as perfectly possible.
Ilalu, where are you?
I managed with the box because there are only one book under the tissue.
The only thing is, this frame has a lot of fingerprints.
No, I know.
So then grab cloth from the caterer and the thing.
But look what I did. I put empty box. Good, because we don't have any spots. Good.
But this is fine.
Okay.
This looks really good. The only thing is it's full of fingerprints. Connie will give you a piece of cloth and we can get it done. So that's ready.
So this will be outside and
Yes, we can go and give it to them.
outside.
Yes. Guys, we have cocktail menus by the bride. Yes.
Yes.
Can you use these on the bar?
Oh yes, of course. These
Two,
are the
please.
cocktails. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Allora Sara,
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good?
You?
Setting up? I just gave them the frames. How are you? Ma, how big you are. On me, one flat.
This is my son.
Really? That's why he's so handsome? Okay, good.
Enjoy, guys.
You have everything under control, no?
If I'm not
I just
mistaken,
gave them the menus.
we have, is it written with
There's a blue, there's a...
bride and groom cocktail?
Here.
But I'm not sure if we did or not.
His and hers.
Perfect.
Sub-Zero, Iceberg, Nitro, Bramble.
Perfect.
So there's the his and there's the hers. Okay?
With you, I always love to work with you.
Yes, because we're organized, eh?
Everything perfect.
Thank you. And we too. We love
Thank you.
working with you too.
Thank you.
If you need anything, come and find me.
I will. Thank you.
During the tasting that we did, we show them all the cocktails that we offer. So that is where I get to know the client's needs. I don't tell them what my preferences are. I let them choose first, so I don't change their ideas, and I let them choose. After, we go through the cocktails. They didn't have any particular tastes or wants, so because our cocktails are different, so you cannot even imagine what you're coming to when you come for a tasting. They had a particular his and hers cocktail that they wanted to do. Roberta fell in love with the Nitro Bramble and Mike with the Sub-Zero Iceberg. Nitro Bramble was gin-based raspberry cocktail. We have gin, lemon, sugar, Chambord, which is a raspberry blackcurrant liqueur. Beautiful, it's like an alcoholic Ribena, for me to explain it to someone. And then we did the cryo smashed raspberries, which we let the guests involved of the part of the process during the wedding and smash their garnish. This is like a client interactive cocktail. This is what makes them remember the service. And Mike had his famous Sub-Zero Iceberg, which is the one that goes upside down with liquid nitrogen and doesn't spill. So like even when you're dancing around with friends and you're drinking, nothing spills. So it's like a cocktail captured in itself. And by the time when it gets warmer, then it melts in itself. Then they had 2 clarified cocktails. This is a new technique, which is it takes 2 days to prepare. One of them was an amaretto sour and the other one was a pina colada. The pina colada, I'm sorry to say that whenever someone tasted this, they're not going to be enjoying another pina colada again. It is that smooth, that beautiful, that it doesn't have any cream, so it's literally a clarified cocktail. It looks like water but with a shade to it. Then they had the amaretto sour. The same process, takes 2 days to make, and the same smoothness. They had a white lemon foam on top, caramelized with a flamethrower and garnished with lemon zest. They chose the best of the best, la creme de la creme. And to top it off, they also had the white chocolate espresso martini. And who doesn't love espresso martinis? Especially with white chocolate. They had the best selection. And it was all chosen by themselves. I did not interfere in anything. They did it all on their own. And that is what I like to see. I don't want to interfere and change their minds because they already had it set. And the show was, every cocktail had a unique theatrical gist to it. One of it had the cascade of the dry ice inside, upside down cocktail, flammable. They had, and this was the top of the top. They had a cocktail. It was, the best way to describe it was, tastes like Solero, like the ice cream. So you have that coating of mango and passion fruit on the outside with the white chocolate inside. And it's called the reverse porn star. This is one of our top sellers. Solero, pairing, beautiful. That's the best way to describe it. Fresh, everything is fresh about it. Fresh mango, fresh passion fruit, fresh lime. Liqueur 43, which is a Spanish liqueur, wine Ep10. And the Mozart white chocolate liqueur. That all together, the harmony of it, beautiful.
Flip the Venue is brought to you by Casa Pinta, Vortex, Palazzo Parisio. Scavolini Malta, Msida Valley Road. Jean Zamit for Sarah and Becky's makeup in the studio. Kurt Mikallef at Blow Hairdressing for Sarah and Becky's studio hair. Vortex for the studio clothing of Becky and Sarah. Welcome back to Flip the Venue. Today's flip has seen Sarah's team prepare flowers, furniture and cocktails. Now it's time to organise the flip-flops. That's right, flip-flops.
So, I have prepared the flip-flops, which will be used after the first dance is done. So we do not take them out before, because otherwise people will change into flip-flops early and it doesn't look nice at an elegant wedding. But we have everything ready. And I just told Eva, these we need to get through upstairs. This is the box of the guest book, which we'll pack later. When it's all over, we pack everything again for the guests to take with them. These are 8 confetti guns. 4 of them are going to be with the cake cutting and 4 with the first dance. So I just told Eva to do alarms, because when we're very busy in the wedding, sometimes we not forget, but then it's like, quick, the guns. So now we have a system of alarms 15 minutes before, so we remember to take out the things ready for the groomsmen and the bridesmaids to use. So that has an alarm. These are bathroom things, which I'm gonna tell Eva to sort out now, because this venue is very private. We have nobody coming in except for the wedding today. If you have a venue that during the day it's being used like as a restaurant or something, you cannot put these things in the bathroom. You can only put these things in the bathroom just before the wedding starts. But for today, the whole venue is ours, private and all. So we might as well set up the goodies, we call them little goodies, for the bathrooms. This is for the men and this is for the females. Now, Eva's very good at this, so I will tell her to do them pretty. Make sure it's centered there.
Center, jgħan fil-center, center għandu xie għandar smidek.
Le, il-żewġ mux. It's still bigger than there.
Where?
This is bigger than this. Measure it. Ha ha. Go girl, go girl. Thank God gave me symmetry OCD problems, which are very handy when you're working as a wedding planner. Wait, did you move it? Let's measure it again before you take. Stephen, you moved it. Can we measure it again bis-serjetà ħankun żgura? Jew ressaqta. Can we before he tapes everything?
Hello.
Give me this. Perfect. Perfect. Missa all the way, mux it does this.
You are right, Sarah.
Okay. Stephen doesn't like it when he's wrong. We are trying to condemn to have it symmetrical, but we need it symmetrical. Mela, Connie, I need you. Upstairs, there are photo frames and a lot of olive oil from the clients. I need them near the door. I need to start setting up. Wedding planning job description, jack of all trades. At the moment, I am a carrier or whatever you call it, but everything that needs to be done needs to be done. So, anyone who thinks that wedding planning is all roses and flowers, Think again. We love our job, but we do everything. Johnny, Isma, Ashlila Khanai. This one doesn't have patience. Mela, I would like the carpet till here. Imma, not one tape, 2, 3.
2 or 3 or
Let me tell you why, because here everybody goes in and out. Stephen, go, Stephen, go. I know you're busy. This is the guest book. Look how beautiful. Roberta and Michael, 21st June. So this is going to be used later. They are going to have like a Polaroid camera. So this is for the papers. And we said we will hide it here, look, so that it's not under the table, because this table has no tablecloth, but this table has drawers. So I think the spare pens we should put here. These spare things we should, no, we tell the guest book lady. There is going to be a company running this. Okay, they come with their cameras, they help people and all. Okay, so we'll put here and then we'll tell her that everything is here. But this we need to keep.
This client loved flowers. She wanted flowers in every corner of the place, starting with the church, the venue, everywhere she wanted flowers, even on their own car that they were coming with for the wedding. So yes, especially certain places in the venue, like the cake and like the entrance of the church, were packed with flowers. We had big structures for her, and like for the church we did this huge arch before you go in, because the door of the church was quite a massive door, so we couldn't just put a small arch in the middle of it, so we had to do a very big arch. All the aisle was packed with flowers, like a runner from in to out. She had a very nice taste of flowers, and for her flowers were very important in her wedding, which obviously we did what she wanted. At the venue, one of the nice pieces she had was the cake. She wanted the cake to be like floating on flowers. Like we did cover the table with flowers falling down on the floor, and like the cake is coming out from the flowers. That was quite a nice feature. So when you go in, you can see it from the entrance of the venue, and it was a very nice feature, and it is exactly what she really wanted. After a lot of ideas, and she had a lot of different ideas for the cake, then we stick to this idea, and thank God, because it was very nice.
In a flurry of flowers, Ferraris and fancy fairy lights, today's big flip is coming together. And now it's up to Bjorn himself to put the final floral flourish to the wedding table.
So, Bjorn is finishing off the cake table. This is going to be amazing, because, tell us, let me not say everything.
The cake, we're gonna do it elevated on flowers. Like, look, it's like the cake is holding on the flowers. We're gonna cover all the table with flowers falling down and going up from the sides as well. So when you come in from there, you see like a water flow on both sides of flowers, and the cake is like hanging on the flowers.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay.
Thank you for everything. We're finished. I have to rush to go to the church. You can finish
I
the
will
cake.
follow you after the cake.
And you'll come to the church to see what's happening. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The wedding cake was very important for the couple. be it the design of the actual cake, but also the floral around it. And we had a few ideas along the way. At a point, we're going to hang the cake, then we removed the hanging idea, and then we changed it to something else. But in the end, we are so happy that the bride decided to proceed with that setup because it looked stunning on the day. Bjorn spent about 45 minutes to an hour doing it up, piece by piece, flower by flower. I was freaking out because obviously that had to be done last, and Bjorn had other work elsewhere, so I was waiting for him to put his personal touch into this. And I'm going, Bjorn, I need to wash, I need to go home to wash. But I wanted to see it ready because it was so important, and it looked amazing. It looked different and amazing on the day. The way he put it together, he got the vision of the bride perfectly and what we needed done to the T. I think when you have productions like this, if you don't have the right suppliers, it is harder and harder to do on the day. For example, on the day, I actually called Becky and the second team and told them, you don't need to come in so early because we're ready. We were ready. But had it not been that Damien's team was so efficient, the fairy lights went up when they should have, the dance floor was done after the fairy light, everything was done in the way it should be done. So there were no hiccups. So we could progress and we're ready. It was useless getting my team in the second part 3 hours before to finish off things that were ready. So at least they were a little bit more rested and could last longer. In fact, it's really funny because now the way we work as well, at a certain point, Becky could leave. Then, towards the end, the very end, I could leave, and then the girls who came in last from the team, who are very experienced being part of me, could finish off the last hour or so. So it all worked out very nicely. And being a young couple and fun, I'll never forget, I couldn't believe it. The bride had Ira Lasko singing a few songs for her, and one of them she really knew of by heart, and Ira called her up on stage and she sang with her. And I think I've never seen the bride so happy on her wedding day with such an amazing touch, because her dream came true. She sang with Ira Lasko on her wedding day, so it was really nice. And the team were all like, oh, she's such a good singer and everything, and the band were amazing. It all unfolded beautifully. Even the DJ set the tone for the end. They partied till the end, so really, they had it all. The dream wedding they wanted, and they are very happy, and so are we.
Flip the Venue is brought to you by Casa Pinta, Vortex, Palazzo Parisio, Scavolini Malta, Xemxija Valley Road, Jean Zamit for Sarah and Becky's makeup in the studio, Kurt McAuliffe at Blow Hairdressing for Sarah and Becky's studio hair, Vortex for the studio clothing of Becky and Sarah. As we get ever closer to the start of Roberta and Michael's wedding, the preparations are almost complete. Last on the list is the floral arch outside the church. Outdoor flowers must be set up as late as possible so as to avoid drying up. And with that, it does seem like another wedding dream is set to be flawlessly fulfilled.
She had a mixture of flowers, like especially roses, hydrangeas, peonies, obviously fillers, gypsophila, greenery. Everything was all white because she didn't want any color in the flowers, and the image she created and what she wanted for the wedding came really nice, because when you see all throughout with white flowers and this type of flowers, although it was a bit challenging with the heat, especially with certain flowers, but at the end we managed as well. Obviously, there's always some problems, which obviously they're always solved. It was not actually a problem, like, if it's hot, the flowers needs to be in water. And obviously, if you're using oasis for these arrangements, we have to make sure that the oasis is really, really wet with water and full of water. Some places was a bit challenging. For example, we had those hanging arrangements in the venue, which when we hanged them were dripping water. So we had to be careful that when the water is dripping, we're not doing any damages to the venue. So we're removing them again, and then we put them at the last minute again. So there were a bit of this challenge, like the huge arch at the church, we had to do it at the last minute because of the heat as well. So we couldn't just do it, for example, in the morning and leave it there. So we had to do it exactly before the wedding. So we finished around about an hour before the wedding doing this arch, so it will be nice and fresh for when the bride arrives to the church.
For this wedding, I wasn't actually present for the setup as I usually am, but obviously it doesn't take away from all the work that has been done on the back end, like from the beginning process of the planning of the wedding. And many times, it's like we see the setup on the day, but in reality, how does the setup on the day come together? And that is a lot of work done over a period of, I would say, an average of a year at least. So this is a communication with the clients. Let's take it as a year before. And where does it start from? So this starts from having a meeting on site to see the idea of what kind of floral, what kind of decor that the couple wants. As you go along, there are many more aspects of the wedding that you don't see in a setup or in the flip of a venue, but they are all part of the wedding. For example, transport is a big logistical nightmare, but it's it's a very big aspect because when it comes to local clients, it works a little bit differently because you're not picking up 50 or 60 guests from one hotel and taking them to the venue. That's, I would say, is a simpler thing, When it comes to local clients, there are certain traditions where, for example, we make sure that the witnesses have transport to the church and then from the church to the venue, whether they need transport from the venue back home, for example, So there's a lot more transport involved. In this case specifically, so he drove his own sports car to the church, and then the bride and groom traveled from the church back to the venue with his own sports car, which later on during their speeches they mentioned and they spoke about as well. So you hear a lot of things during the planning, but then it all sort of you feel like you're a part of who they are, Anyway, apart from that, they had a specific request to use vintage cars for their family. Usually we just use executive nice black cars for the family, but they wanted vintage cars. So that was a personal touch and a little bit different part of the wedding. Apart from, transport, again, there's a lot of things. There are tiny details, how we organize, their favors, or in this case, for example, they had life-size photos as they come in through the door, which were, sourced by a separate supplier from our usual decor company, It's a lot of different things that obviously come together. They don't just suddenly on the day be like, okay, here I set these up, For example, they had a cigar station, on the cigar station we want flowers. It's a lot of back and forth as to what is best and what do you suggest, but we want this or we want that, So I think it's good to mention as well that planning for a wedding is not just flipping the venue on the day. There's a lot of work, which is usually work done over a period of a year, more or less.
The setup, I think with Roberta and Michael, it was harder for us doing the build up to the actual wedding. A lot of emails, which is normal, but there was a lot to put together. As a company, we like that in the last couple of weeks, we recap all the emails of the clients, and we had so many from Roberta and Michael. So we like to go through them to make sure we haven't missed anything. We did a very good final meeting, and we went through the setup again. And then on the day, it was easy to do. Very frustrating for us was to wait for the floral to be done. But what do you expect? It's being done on site. They had to hang all those leaves and flowers from the stage. So they means people came in like a whirlwind, literally like Tasmanian devils. Stage done, this done, carpet done, dance floor done. Till you look again, everything's ready. The chairs were brought in, blah, blah, blah. And they're gone. And then we had 2 to 3 hours of floral being set up by a big team. And you're there, you want to help, you can help, you give advice. You say, can you put a bit more there? Can you put a bit more here? But at the same time, you can't do much. You have to wait, humanly wait for time to pass for the production to be done. Then the other challenge we had was we couldn't take out the floral till much later. So I left instructions to the second set of team that was coming in with Becky. Okay, the moss starts at this time. Half an hour into the moss, take out the floral. Because with the heat that we have in Malta and these wedding months like June, July and stuff like that, flowers die. So you should see us. We took them all out to see how they look, if we're happy, and then we took them all back in, and then we left them there prepared for later. So there were a lot of these little details. It is not easy as a team as time goes by with these long weddings. They had a very long wedding that then after we do all the setup, we have to execute the wedding. So literally I drove home like a lunatic, had a quick shower, half an hour, flew up to the Xemxija Church where the ceremony was going to be. And there they were finishing off the other set of floral. There was a huge arch. It was absolutely beautiful. But again, this arch couldn't be done and brought. It was worked up all on site, an hour and a half of putting floral in, fixing it. And then I'm going, come on guys, with the broom, sweeping away, fixing the carpet, removing the plastic. And as soon as we're ready, the first guests arrive. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't even breathe. Like, I wanted to touch up maybe the lipstick or see how my hair is looking after the sweeping and fixing. Nothing. We went straight into dealing with guests, the ceremony. The mass was very nice. We left after the offertory as we usually do because we have to be at the venue to make sure that all the last minute things are done. The second team had everything under control when we got there, and then we monitored the arrival of the couple. In the meantime, guests started arriving, and then the wedding just unfolded very beautifully. And the setup at Villa Arrigo is done. Hair down, go home, touch up, shower quickly, and rush to the church for the mass service. We have another team there finishing off at the church. We are nearly done there as well. And for once, although you don't see me dressed in black ready to work, I get to shower properly, not a quick cat wash. So I hope you like this episode. I love working at this venue because it is self-sufficient. I keep saying this, but it is great. Anything we need, we have. The food is exquisite, the ambience, the staff are very helpful, and look at the beautiful setup we have done. Floral has done beautiful flowers and a lot of flowers. Casa Pinta to perfection. The band is now setting up for the sound check, so that will be done. And now Becky and Ceci and Kay will come rushing here at about 3 o'clock to finalize the flowers outside and be ready to greet the guests, whilst me, Eva and Amandine are at the church. So we split, 2 teams. Thank you for following us. Hope you enjoy the ending and maybe you can get a glimpse of the actual wedding as well. And we see you again next week.